Oh, there we go. And we're moving over here to chat. Got the Telegram. Just want to give a quick shout out to everyone that's been in the Telegram. Thank you for joining the Telegram. Down in the description, you should see, I believe I updated it properly. It should be showing in all my videos now. You should be able to see the Telegram. The conversation doesn't have to stop here. Make sure you join the Telegram if you haven't before. All right, let's get right into this, guys. I'm going to head on over here, and we're going to start with a little bit of Icon right now, sitting at $3.63. And you guys may be aware they've been launching their Icon X. They'll be doing their token swap here soon. And just kind of wanted to make sure you guys are aware of that. If you're holding this somewhere, do not forget about this coming up. Looks like they're aiming... looks like it's already open, but if I remember right, March 2nd, right here, the email instructions for distribution will be coming out. So for those of you that have registered and you've got your email address tied up with them, you will be getting an email. If you guys have any questions or need help with the token swap, great place again to join us over on Telegram. Ask those questions there. Feel free to ask in the comments below. With that being said, make sure if you're just now joining, throw a like button on there and make sure to get some more people in here quickly. As people are still kind of piling in here. Takes a little time, but I don't have much time today, so guys, we're going quick, making sure to bring you what you need to know in the crypto space today. All right, so one of the biggest things that is going down right now is actually with the Walton coin. Kind of wanted to go over this. This is all over Reddit. It's going haywire. It's going crazy social viral. And so if you're living under a rock, you don't know about it yet, although it's happening rather quickly. So essentially they did a contest, and here we've got a screenshot on my screen. I'll try to make it bigger for you guys. You guys can see here that we've got a gentleman here that says, yay, my wife happens to be on the list of people who won. And if you scroll down, people have kind of noticed that the wife's account has the same exact 4 followers, and that basically these accounts are all fake. And essentially, my understanding is that some people basically actually didn't win. It was just a front. People have proof of it essentially at this point, that it essentially was a scam contest. Not that the coin was, but the contest of giving away some, essentially. People are outraged. This is not a community that you want to screw with. Reddit in and of itself. Forget the rest of the world. Just Reddit by itself. Not to mess around on Reddit or with that community. Add the crypto community on that, and you have quite the interesting group of people, to say the least, when it comes to doing the right thing. Here we don't have the right thing going down according to most people. So be aware, this may be impacting the Walton price. So we're going to head on over, take a look, and see if Walton is getting wrecked right now. Down 20%. 20%. Let's take a look. We're going to drag this all the way down to 1 day. You can see that right around lunchtime, looks like some people might have got a little bit angry about what's going on here. I would tread lightly with this one, guys. It is either an amazing buying opportunity and everything is good to go. We'll have to see what their official statements are. I would guess they're going to come out and say, yeah, we don't support this and that, and what was done here wasn't under our control. I don't know. The PR statement around this one, be on the lookout for that. Should be a good we're sorry, please don't get angry type of mentality. So, all right. Got some more people kind of crawling on in here. How's it going, guys? I know I got started late tonight. Better late than never. Most people, I actually have quite the international audience, so for most people, it doesn't matter what time it is. They will catch it on the flip side quite soon as they start waking up on the other side of the planet. All right. So one last thing, and honestly, the most important thing, this is actually what I kind of want to spend some time on, because I actually kind of want to read through it with you guys. I'm going to throw on some better lighting here. Wanted to read through OmiseGo's SDK is now available in open source. This is important, really big news. If you're not familiar with what an SDK is, essentially it's providing programmers the platform to essentially start building and testing their applications for OmiseGo. This is huge. This is massive. This is real progress from a coin who continues to make more and more noise in the space. And I am really excited about what I read here. This came out yesterday, but let's take a look and see how OmiseGo on a day of red is faring. It's faring just about as good as everything else today. No surprise. In general, the markets today pretty sideways, I gotta be honest, in my opinion, based on experience only. Bitcoin only going down 5%. That's just normal at this point, so not a huge hit. Big losers, Cardano and Stellar in the top 10 right now, which is not a big deal. So pretty much sideways. You know, the new resistance number on Bitcoin to monitor closely. Again, Bitcoin being our index of everything going on in the crypto space. Right now is at about 9,900. So I would not be surprised if overnight this drops down to 9,900 and we may bounce off of that. We are entering a zone of decisiveness for the markets in regards to Bitcoin. We've experienced quite some consolidation. So if you kind of look at the charts and keeping in mind that consolidation in this space happens extremely fast, you can kind of see that we're kind of even moving sideways here. That's pretty sideways. We've been bouncing around this range here. And I don't have my charting software up right now, but you can kind of see it, right? It's pretty blatantly obvious what's happening there. And we're kind of bouncing up and down, up and down. It's getting tighter. You can kind of see how we had the big wave, and as over time, it's getting really, really tight. That compression happens in markets, and then finally what happens is either the bulls or the bears give up. At some point, there is a winner. And when that winner is determined, usually markets move rather quickly or rapidly up into a new threshold, which is typically predetermined based on past history and past data to be within a new range. So, for example, right now, it's kind of bouncing around in here. It could actually bounce up to this new range, which would be around, you know, between the 12 and the 15 range. And I'm just giving that as an example. That's not the real technical piece. My next target, actually, if we break up, is 13. If we break down, I have no targets at that point. I think anything is possible if the bear market continues. However, I've seen a crap ton of signage saying that, you know, I think we're at the bottom here. I think we hit the bottom already. We had panic selling, overselling. That's normal in the markets right here. I think we're right where we should be, and I think we're preparing for the next big run, and there's a lot of good news coming out, a lot of support. I heard Germany today also making cryptocurrencies legal straight up. I don't know to what extent, but just saw some headlines around that. I'm going to follow up on that. My understanding is it has more to do with the taxation, so it's going to be taxed like the way it should be, which is likely just traditional Forex, and that's a good thing. So if you guys have some information on that, want to share that, add to that down in the comments below or in chat, let me know. Just something I ran across probably while sitting on the toilet. Oh, great. So, okay, back to the SDK. Let's go to the OmiseGo. So we got the e-wallet. We have the new operating system. We've got Android and Ruby set up. So essentially, you can start programming on those platforms if you're familiar with that. So the first one, sorry, wasn't operating system, it was iOS, sorry. So if you know how to program on those, you could actually start building an app right now for the platform. You can go and check that out. Now, one of the things I wanted to go over with you guys is kind of answer some questions. So the first question that I feel like they did a great job with the frequent asked questions. So I just wanted to share them with you guys, since not everyone has time to read, and many people listen to this while they're working, while they're jogging, while they're driving, and so listen closely because I think this is really good for you. Can I use the e-wallet right now? Can you use the OmiseGo wallet right now? Yes, you can. You can deploy it on a server or run it locally and start using it as a ledger. Refer to getting started section for more information. When will the e-wallet be officially released out of beta? When it's ready, of course, is what everyone's always going to say. I don't know why anyone asks that anymore. We live in a world of software and technology, and I can't remember the last time anything came out on time except really, really poorly made video games by EA. So for some reason, they still just can't figure it out. Okay. So kind of moving on down. So there is a video link on this post. I'm going to go ahead and make sure this post gets over in the chat. I'm going to throw that in right now. So there's the link for you guys on the video link. How to move to another account. So anyhow, check that out. The SDK is extremely exciting. If you aren't familiar, again, SDKs are essentially the platform that developers can start developing. So we are at the point now where OmiseGo has officially started letting people have their way with their open source code in regards to their e-wallet, and that's super exciting. So if you're a developer, you can start building on this platform now. I think OmiseGo is headed to the moon. It's definitely positioned to be a top 10 or even a top 5 crypto a year from now. A lot of what they're doing is lightning speed. I'm really excited about that platform in particular. Okay. There was something else I wanted to share with you guys. Oh, I wanted you guys' feedback. Again, I'm keeping this one short tonight, guys. I'm just here to do you guys the favor because you guys want me to keep making the videos. I had to squeeze this one in. A couple things. One, if you're mining and you've been using NiceHash, likely you have been having some serious NiceHash problems as of late. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go over here to this address here. I'll throw this one as well into chat. If you're using NiceHash, I strongly recommend that you download 1.8.19 and use that one in particular. Now, here's what's happened. NiceHash apparently has turned off their servers that supports downloading the miners that actually run on this program. So what you have to do is you need to go ahead and download the zip file to set up your NiceHash miner, and then down here below you'll actually have a bin zip and a bin third-party zip that you will want to drop into that folder. And that's really important for you guys that are mining. A lot of you guys are hobbyists. You probably have a graphics card or something. You're just doing it for fun. You're likely going to want to do that soon. It does have a new miner built in as well. There's a newer miner that's come out that actually will get you some more percentage hashing power as well. So I know a lot of you guys like to set it and forget it. Now's not the time. Likely Windows picked it up. You're probably having problems. If this is helpful to you, this is the solution. Stop using NiceHash 2. Stop using an old version of Legacy. Move up to the new version. Follow the instructions on this page. You'll be up and mining better than ever before. If you just go to the link I provided, 1.8.19. So basically what happened is Windows kind of sent out a new update, declared a bunch of stuff, viruses that really screwed up a lot of people's NiceHashes. And then, of course, because your NiceHash is screwed up, you need to go re-download your miner. Oh, wait, the servers are down. So this is your only solution. So huge thanks to all the people supporting NiceHash out there. Legacy version, for anyone that's been mining for a while, it's the only way to go. Honestly, even if you're new to mining, it's still the way to go. So make sure you check out the new NiceHash updates here that are going on in the legacy version, not number 2, guys. That one is very unreliable, still very unstable. Lots of complaints on that one. So if you're new to mining, highly recommend NiceHasher. It's the best. So all right, I'm going to answer some questions. If you guys got questions, now's the time to go. Hey dude, what do you think of Jay Snip and the psychic on his channel? And the Thea token? Okay, I'll be real honest, I guess. That's what you want, honest opinions. Okay, Jay Snip is strictly entertainment value, in my opinion. Just him and his channel by himself, strictly entertainment. So if you're into that kind of stuff and that's what's cool for you, and you know that's fun, whatever. Not gonna judge anyone on that. Not my cup of tea. Kind of a turn off. I kind of enjoy his quirkiness. I like his karaoke every once in a while. So that's about all I can say. I will say this. You know, he was saying in one of his videos that his paid trade callers are going to get to know first, and like that's some kind of benefit. I strongly disagree with that approach. If you are going to be doing professional trade education and trade calls, that's not what those people signed up for. I don't think that's an added benefit, to be honest. Those people didn't sign up to get psychic trade calls. So I don't see much value in it for those people. It seems very unprofessional. But he's I think he's a good guy and he means well, and he's just having fun. I mean, let's be real. I mean, this is fun for me too. And, someday I'll probably meet the dude, and I got nothing against him or his psychic friends or psychic mother. Whatever it is that is psychic in his life. So, all right. Does that help? I don't know. That's my Jay Snip take. While I'm at it, I might as well talk about Cliff High. You guys like that, right? So, everyone's all up in arms about Cliff High. I do find his reports fascinating. I feel like when I read them, I'm not typically looking for any type of prediction. I think that the gentleman is quite smart. I don't share all the same beliefs he has. I don't think many people do. He's very unique. He's almost too smart for his own good. I once knew a gentleman like that when I was younger. That was like so unbelievably smart. It was like he was almost too smart to just be normal. And Cliff High is kind of like that. So generally my take on Cliff is there's a lot to be said about linguistics forecasting, okay? Google has, they're not taking all of your searches that you're putting in there and doing nothing with it, right? They are taking the past data of what we've searched to try to predict what you want to get, right? In the future, what type of search result do you want? Amazon does this. They take your past purchase data, your behavioral data, your lifestyle data, what you buy, what your wife buys, what your daughter buys, what your son buys, what your mom buys, what your dad buys, what your grandma buys. They are compiling all of that in order to identify and predict what you'll buy next, and they will then ideally try to show you what it is you will buy next. So trying to do that linguistically and tracking emotional values and things like that, I honestly believe there's a lot of value in that. There are repetitive things that happen over time that we respond to emotionally that is just the way we are as humans, whether it's tragedy or great, things that go well in your life. If you actually pay attention to the words coming out of people's mouths and your own mouth during times of wealth and times of being poor and times of things going very, very well for you, etc., you'll notice that there's reality to that, okay? Very real reality to that. So, but attempting to go out and collect all that, okay, and then actually start mapping that out and trending that data, go do it yourself. I mean, a lot of that stuff's available. If you've never checked out Google Trends, you can check out Google Trends. Google Trends are going to tell you what's hot. I sometimes use Google Trends to identify what type of news coverage I might want to be covering in the next week or two as different coins kind of gain popularity, or, just what's hot, what's buzzing, right? What's something I might be missing in the crypto space. Google Trends is great for that. So in an essence, because I'm using it, self-fulfilling prophecy, I guess you could say in a way, but essentially I'm adding to that noise myself by publishing content and posting about different things, right? So you can actually track, and I actually do use Google Trends a lot when I'm looking at new coins, right? I want to know how many more people are searching about this coin than last month. I want to know, is there traction? Is it building slowly? Is this hype? Is this a pump? It's only an indicator, and that is all Cliff Hyde can provide us, is an indicator. It is absolutely not anything to believe in, invest based on. You need to consider all factors before investing. I do not give investment advice, but my best advice is to get as much advice as possible. So, all right. So there's the Cliff Hyde for you. There was another question here. Thoughts on Fusion? I covered Fusion, I believe, 2 videos ago. Okay, so OmiseGo is actually in the paid trade call group. He's given calls in the past that were not based on technical analysis, but kind of like a bonus. Anyways, are you behind the Thea project? I actually did go and look up that project because obviously he was talking about it. And I, not in love enough to trust a psychic. And honestly, if the psychic's predictions were true, then I got plenty of time to get into it. You know, I guess he said it's going to happen sooner than later, so whatever. You know, I still think that there's plenty of time. If you're in at the bottom right now and you're going to believe that, then, you know, the way I see it is if you enjoy casinos and like gambling, you can do that. I do think there is some opportunity behind the project, so it's not a complete gamble, but all startups are a gamble, right? We all know that most startups are going to fail. You know, you guys have probably already heard that almost half of all the ICOs last year have already failed. I want to argue against that a little bit. Define failure, you know, running away with people's money. Well, you know, I don't know if that's failure. It could be a success in some cases. Meanwhile, I think I don't know who defines failure. Like, did they shut down? And how do you shut down a decentralized application? How is it officially dead if it's open source? Can someone pick it back up? I still don't know the parameters of which that reporting was done, but I believe it was 47% have failed. So, not many questions tonight. I did get to this one late, so I do apologize. Looks like when I first started on this, looks like I might have been on mute before. If anyone can give me a thumbs up and tell me at least if I've been muted the whole time, that'd be great. Can you hear me now? All right, guys. So that's pretty much it for me, and kind of a crazy night. I didn't even get around to doing my intro properly and all that fun stuff, but just trying to knock it out for you guys because I missed you guys. I had to build some rigs. I had some personal garbage to deal with, but plus I'm getting ready to go on vacation, and so work is like super intense. So I'm trying to squeeze these in before I take off. Maybe I will do some live streaming on the go. I bet you guys would like that. I definitely will have some time to be on top of the news while on vacation. That's pretty much all I do is read crypto news while on vacation. So I'll have plenty to cover. So that's pretty much it, guys. Make sure you go check out the Telegram down below. And looks like my mic is good, so that makes me feel good that this whole thing wasn't a waste of my time and your time. So, with all that being said, guys, I really appreciate you. Appreciate everyone coming out tonight. Sorry for getting it out so late. Make sure you like. Please subscribe. Please comment. Helps everyone else. And make sure you share with a friend. You know, if you got a friend that's into crypto, be like, hey, come join the King of Do channel. Let's hang out together. Let's have some fun. Let's learn. Let's do some high-quality education so we can be educated when it comes to our investments and not in the dark. So again, today, if you If you guys are owning OMG, you're feeling good. If you're owning Walton coin, you're not feeling so good. I hope that information today was helpful for you. I did check out the Icon wallet. Some people asked me to check it out. Looks promising. I'm not going to deem it safe to use. If you're curious, I would not jump on that quite yet. It is a little too early for my comfort. There is absolutely very little incentive for being on the bleeding edge of downloading new applications, guys. Let me be really honest. Even updates to your existing wallets. There is never any incentive, only danger. All right. Now, investing in something early, sure. Maybe super rare chances that, you know, it works out and you make a bunch of money and all that because you got in early. Not the same for downloading the software, guys. So take it easy. Don't download stuff too soon, too fast. If you guys have any questions, leave them in the comments below. I'll make sure to hit you back up. Make sure you join the Telegram. Oh, speaking of the Telegram, one last thing I'll leave you with. One last bonus thing. Today I went to a bank. I went to a bank, and it was horrible. And I talked about it in the Telegram today. So you can go and you guys can check that out as well. Went to just simply get a bunch of $1 bills for my daughter for Disneyland because they don't do Disney dollars anymore. It's a sham. I don't know what they're doing anymore. I guess you give the kids all the debit cards or something. I don't know. Is it digital Disney dollars? Maybe there's some crypto Disney dollars being made. I guess you could technically say that maybe that's what Dragon Coin actually is. It was going to be the coin for Disneyland, and that's fascinating to think about. I haven't thought about that before. Anyhow, no more Disney dollars. I just wanted a bunch of $1 bills. Daughter stood me up, and I owe her $100, and I don't know. I'm just kidding. It was $100 for her birthday, and it was $100 to spend at Disneyland, and I needed a bunch of $1 bills, and I sat in line for about 10 minutes before I got help, and the whole time I'm thinking, well, man, I could have made like, I don't know, 100 transactions via cryptocurrency by now, and if my daughter had a wallet on her phone, I would have just sent it to her. Would have been instant. I wouldn't have had to have gotten in my car and spent half my lunch going to a bank, standing in a line for a bank, dealing with people literally in training. It's like, really? Like, it's lunchtime and I get the person that's in training. At least they were nice. The employees are all nice. Yes, they are. I just, gosh, what a archaic system. It's so dead to me. It's unreal. You know, we talked a little bit too today in the Telegram, a little bit about credit unions. And I'm actually pretty sad about this. I have a belief system about what's happening. You know, Chase Bank even came out and said that cryptos are going to disrupt the entire business and things like that. Which is fascinating that banks are actually acknowledging. A big bank like Chase is straight up saying, yeah, we're probably in trouble here. We're probably going to have to lower our fees to make our shareholders not get scared. And then once we're done doing that, I guess we're screwed. So that's basically the interpretation of what happened there. And it's fascinating. So Chase came out, basically said, you know, this cryptocurrency thing is real. We should probably start innovating. And if we don't, we probably should start lowering our fees. So that being said, big banks have a lot of power and a lot more money. And they have a lot more credibility when lending to each other, okay? And bank lending to each other and things like that, that's a concept that I'm sure you could find a really good YouTube video on and things like that, but just the way that money kind of flows through the system, banks lend each other money. Now, credit unions. Credit unions in particular, I fear will get disrupted the fastest and earliest if crypto actually really takes over. That being said, I do believe that we can have some type of decentralized credit unions exist, which would be fascinating, right? Your credit union is already kind of on the forefront in the sense that usually you get shares, you have actually a voting right, I actually got a letter in the mail from my credit union recently saying, hey, you know, you get to vote on whether we're going to put this guy in charge and stuff like that. So I was like, oh, this is interesting, right? So, you know, there's blockchains out there that essentially work that way, where you have a governing vote based on either how many coins you're holding or a certain type of coin that you're holding, or if you're running like a master node, you have voting rights. So works kind of similar, so it's not too far off. But I guess at the end of the day, what I'm trying to say with credit unions is that I believe that they're going to get disrupted the most, because I don't believe that they have as much access to credit and lending to each other as a traditional bank does. And thus, even one person who watches this channel and subscribes shared with me in the Telegram that even his credit union shut him down already. They instantly banned his account just for trying to set up Coinbase, not even for sending money, just trying to verify and get it set up. His entire account was frozen. So, something to think about is that I actually strongly prefer a credit union over a bank, but at the end of the day, keeping all that in mind, they're likely to get hurt the most. And so if you're a credit union fan today, because it's at least not a big bank, be thinking about that a little bit. Ask yourself, what are you going to do if your credit union goes under? It's a fascinating thought, something I haven't thought about before. So, all right, guys, I'm going to get back to it. I got a lot to do. I've got some things to prepare for this weekend. Got a birthday party. I got to pack for a trip. It's going to be a good time. So, hope you guys enjoyed your time. And thanks for being here. As always, I am the King of Do. Make sure you like, you subscribe, you comment, because I love you. I love all of you. So thanks for stopping by, guys. And as always, I am the King of Do. May the force be with you.